Greetings, survivors. I was taking a few screenshots. No, not near my base. If you're gonna come near my base, I just can't let you go. So, not a single animal. Where was I? Yeah. See the drawbridge open. Working as intended. Alright, this is better. These are collapsed wood blocks. One of the hordes came here and caused this. Okay, rewind, reset, play. This is not where we left off the last time, right? Yeah, it isn't. I went through that building one more time. If you remember, I exit the game. I thought I had drill bits here. I could swear I had more drill bits. They might be somewhere. So I went through that building again. Could make this a half block. No, I can't because some of them are door controls. Yeah. Not much I can do about that drawbridge. Yeah, the asphalt here is totally worth it. And this does align with the drawbridge with the 4 spots on the corner of the 4 spots there. Yeah, there is this electrical stuff here. These are neon lights. They are only available on creative. And they are electric powered. So I placed them because I wanted to see what they looked like. Right. So I did that building again. On top of everything else, this is off center. I really have to remove this door and just have a single entrance at the top. Yeah. So I went through that building once again. And I I gave myself fort bites and bolts from creative. Um, I- First aid kits, not these. I because you take so much damage when the zombies hit you. Well, when they hit you good. I think I've gone with first aid kits instead of bandages because the bandages just don't heal you enough. But anyway, I got first aid kits, fort bites and bolts from creative, and then I did the building again without looting anything but the drop bags from the zombies I killed. And now, if you remember, when we finished the last episode, I was going to exit the game and see if that reset the quest, and it did. So I was able to restart the quest and go through the building again, and again, I could not complete the quest. And this time there isn't even a gold dot anywhere. Um, it just didn't have anything. Um, but I didn't have the logs the first time. For some reason, my log file was just not getting anything, and there's probably a log file somewhere with the log. I don't know where. Maybe the vanilla log file has the log, but at this point, it's no longer relevant. Um, so I did that building again, and it was I didn't even record that. Just did the building, and when it was at the end and I saw, okay, the quest is broken, I recorded something about it. And then there was a lot of waffling, some exploration um, with the truck, and I just have too much fun um, walking around that truck. So I was a bit. It was a pretty bad episode. I think that's the only way to put it. It just was not worth watching at all. Um, uh, there was some stuff there. Might look into it. Um, but let's continue because I was thinking of actually playing a little bit of vanilla again. Ravenhearst just captivated my attention for a long time because I was finally getting stuff uh, done, like getting the vehicle and getting like things were coming together. Things were coming together. So this has 28 stamina, 18 health, 8 and 82 water. The Yuka's movie is slightly worse than that. Now you see that there is no icon. Um, this was introduced in Ravenhearst 5.1.3 and I have merged the changes to my unofficial fixes, but I don't have the icons. I have to look at could in fact do that right now. Um, if I go to downloads here and scroll down to this. Yeah, this is 5.1.3. Ravenhurst item icons. Okay. Gotta ask Jax for permission to add these icons. That will be the fruit. There are some things that were added. The boiled egg. Boiled egg. This is B. Boiled egg should be around here. Boiled fish. A boiled egg isn't here. Interesting. This is the fruit salad. This is a fruit. Okay. Um, maybe this isn't. Is this by date? It is. Yeah, on the 22. What the hell? Yeah, the icons aren't there. Maybe they are packed together. I'll try to get the icons from Jack. See if he can, if he's willing to give these icons to me. So I added the fixes from 513 to the unofficial fixes. There are some stuff that was added. Strawberry juice, grape juice, um, I guess apple juice. The vegetable juice and the fruit juice. These are locked. And they are better than the plain yucca smoothie. But because these are not XML changes, fermented juice is yeah, I need to place this stuff on the ingredients storage chests. This is what I want to do. I want to try them out that see if the recipe was working because first time I went through this on the episode that just was not worth it. And I simply deleted the videos. It's totally useless. I'm just not feeling like doing the sorcery stuff. I installed the sorcery mod because I wanted to try out I wanted to try out I wanted to have a place to put the skill points. I did not while went searching for other stuff, other vehicle recipes and the like. Now uh, I've finished here with deep cuts. I switched to the survivor's katana. The bat I removed, stay down, flurry of blows from it. Um, the bat wasn't actually accruing any knowledge, any points on action skills on blunt weapons. So I used the bat. This did not increase. Um, well, if it did, I'm pretty sure this would be about level 100 now. But I don't want to play with a melee weapon that is in vanilla, okay? Um, because I play vanilla, so I can use those weapons there, but I can not use the weapons like the katana in vanilla. Um, so heavy metal is not. I like this. I like the sledgehammer, but it is the sledgehammer. It is a vanilla weapon. Um, just no. Um, the the bat is a lot of fun. Uh, the bat is a lot of fun, and I believe the police baton does use all the does use flare blows and stay down. That's why I was using it before I switched to before I changed the bat on the XML of the bat and started using that. But it's it's not in the mod, so I'm just gonna skip that. Okay. Now I'm getting charging bull because I actually used that a lot. And if I could enable the hit point bar, I will actually look at how much damage I get. Now, the reason I'm back here and 15 minutes talking about how bad the previous episode was, so I guess it wasn't, it's, this isn't being a very good episode so far. um, I took some screenshots of this base and I realized the dart traps are no longer here. I mean, few zombies ever got through the dart traps, and it's usually zombies I miss. Um, when I was designing the whole thing, I thought the I thought I would be able to place the dart traps here. Okay, I thought that was going to work, but with this um, with this new design, there's actually no space to put it. I cannot place it here. Actually, I can have it floating, but that doesn't work for me. Now, I can of course bring the floor here, right? So I can do stuff here. Uh, um, go over to that side before this pole, but that will completely destroy the looks here. So I am not sure exactly how I'm going to fix this issue. And that's what I have to figure out. Let's get that airdrop. It's going to suck, but whatever. Um, there is one little bit of exploration that was interesting. I located the POI that has supercorn. So I have never done that POI. It's people know this POI. I haven't done that POI. And where I last stopped in vanilla was right before looting that POI. I'm in front of that building. Now I did locate the building here on Ravenhearst. Damn it. Yeah, it sucked. I did locate that POI here. Um, what else? Again, for some reason, I returned to the base and my bedroll was not my bedroll anymore. My land claim block was not my land claim block anymore. And one of the changes on 5.3 is that the double bed cannot be picked up anymore. Out of gas. How curious. Okay. This guy was here on the ground when I went for the airdrop. So that looks fishy. To be very polite about it. Let's make some gas. No. Refuel. There. Very, very fishy. Better. Yeah. Okay. This really ought to be here, not here. Then there isn't space for this. But the way I made this, it just doesn't look good. Maybe a couple of railings here. Piers, which are useless, but whatever. No, I don't think that's good food. Okay, let's get out and let's see what is missing here. So I do have to fix this entrance here. By fix, I mean close it most likely. And only have an entrance here. If I have an entrance here, I need to make this more functional. But on the other hand, I will gain another space here for most of this wall. Yeah, some of that wall is this block here. But the rest I can get back. So I think this... see, 7,000. This is steel, as a matter of fact. Remember, this is this is next to the walkway. This is where the zombies are walking on. And this is on the corner where they... let's get the auger. this block here should be one of the blocks here, yeah. The block that I damage is right now is this here. The block beside is this here. So this wall here cannot be touched, but that can. Right. Now this here is interesting. This is exterior wall. So I should probably place some bricks here. To make it go all the way down. And then behind it is this wall here. I don't want to make it too easy for the zombies to get here through here, because I'd rather they climb up here and bash on this wall than they walk here and bash here, right? So that's one thing. And then it goes on the other side. It goes here, so I can break from in this direction here. So this. And so forth. So I can go in this direction, but these blocks here specifically, they are the same thing as those blocks there are, those two blocks there. And like here, this can go 2 blocks to the side. So 1, 2, and then go here. But this has to be wall. It doesn't really have to be wall because there is all the brick in front. But again, it's what I've said before. It wouldn't work for me. Now let me break these guys here. Just so I can look at the other side while I do all the stuff. Okay. So I would close this here or move the door, but I'm thinking closing it. Now this floor has a lot more space than this floor because I have space here. So this is the part that is a little bit lower. Like I have stations here, but then the ceiling is right on top of the station. And then there's these 2 blocks and this wall of lost space, so to speak. Now, I kind of like the fireplace here. I might do something downstairs. Like sort of extend the fireplace. Like I have this block here. This is a burning barrel that provides the flames. But someone suggested an alternative, another way of hiding that wouldn't let the bottom of the burning barrel be seen. which is sort of making like an exhaust for the forges. What I'm thinking of is probably gonna be moving stuff around. So I could perhaps preserve. So preserve the fireplace nature of this thing here. So I would have something going up from here and try to make like stuff in the kitchen, the kitchen hood. So I could have a block like this. So I could have a block like this. And looking at it now, I don't like it. Now, there's a problem that I'll have to find an eighth block. No, it cannot be an eighth block. It would have to be a quarter side-centered block. Let's make one. I'm intrigued now. I might be able to make a side-centered block here out of iron. Out of the station, or maybe I need the screws. Iron frame, quarter side-centered. That's probably here. And there's the T as well. Craft a T. I don't think T is what I need, but maybe it will work. So I could use a kitchen hood on top of the fireplaces. It's not a perfect fit. Okay, the texture is better here. I mean, as just to see it. I suppose I can paint it. It's not a perfect fit, which is incredibly annoying. Right? Damn it, it hit the hood. Ah! And the alternative would be this one. Yeah, that one is gonna look pretty much the same. It's not gonna align perfectly either. Screws. So all these clean blocks, by the way, they no longer they no longer they cannot be picked up any longer anymore. Yeah. So there is a small, very tiny space between the two blocks. Let's see there. Looks like from the side it's easier to see. Yeah. So you can see like there is a tiny space between these two blocks. Um, this is shorter than the hood, but it's also longer than the hood. I wish the guy who made the hoods had aligned it with something. Anyway, that's one possibility and that's one of the things. The door there is ready. Um, I mean, I need painting, I need a lot of stuff around it, but the door is ready. So looks like, yeah, looks like it's it's simply a matter of doing the dart traps. So let me think about it a little bit and I'll be back. Right. Um, no matter what I think here, let me pick some marbles. Yes. I would like to have electric fences. I just don't think they will fit. But who knows? So I don't see any alternative, but wrong location. But close this here. Um, I think I can replace these poles with full blocks, where the bottom two full blocks are dart traps, and then the top full blocks are full blocks. Um, and I think the look will be preserved. Um, now, if this is a full block, then the zombies cannot go through here, right? They might still take the path and bash the full blocks, but I don't think that's gonna work very well. Yeah. If I were to put electric fences, the electric fence would have to be after, behind the dart trap. Otherwise, they're gonna be hit by the dart trap. So if I do this, then the electric fence has to be here because the electric fence cannot be the pillar. I'll have to remove the pillar, but then I lose this look here, which I did want to preserve. Honestly, I don't think the extra structure stability here is a bad thing either. Um, I don't think it's needed, but because I think that's gonna be enough. I don't know, I just don't think that I wanted to keep that there. But let's consider if I remove these poles, then I can place a electric fence here, a dart trap here, and a tripwire here. Since this is going to be the dart trap, the zombies would have to be able to turn around at this point. Now I could also make them go further. The problem is, you see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks at this point. So 5 blocks in which to kill them before they arrive. That might be making it too close, no? Now let's say they arrive here. Um, I could, I mean, that's 3 blocks, so I have all the blocks I need and don't need to break this. But if I were to go here, I will actually prefer to go here. Okay, break all these blocks here. It's just either kill them here or my thing has to kill them, right? Don't try to melee them here. And then I would remove these blocks, basically, all these poles. Make it so as soon as the zombies come around here, they can go here. And it was also sort of open up the space here, right? So I can go right ahead and exit through here. Running on top of the tripwires and activate the dart trap, etc. And the electric fence as well, yeah. Maybe not a great idea. I could have a motion sensor so that the dart trap only gets power if the motion sensor is triggered. And the motion sensor triggers with zombies. But then I will need a relay between the motion sensor and the tripwire, otherwise they would be chained. And when they are chained, it can be any motion any sensor. It can be the trigger plate. It can be the motion sensor. It can be the tripwire. And I think there is one more. Don't recall another one, but I think there is one more. Maybe wrong. But any combination of them, if they are one after the other, they are going to chain, which means that if one of them is triggered, all of them get triggered. So that's how these motion sensors here work. On that one there. One of them gets triggered, and that causes all of them to turn on. Now, if I go here, then it's 3 blocks I have to kill the zombies. In which I have to, there are only 3 blocks in which the zombie needs to be killed before they can escape to the base and wreak havoc. Of course, I mean, if there are dozens of zombies coming at this point, then something went very wrong with Horde Night. If there is one zombie, one dog, one whatever, even one bear, I can fight it out, right? Now, it bothers me the lack of symmetry. There is a solution to that, which is to do the same thing on the other side, and I don't have enough of the Um, frame plates here. Iron's okay, brass is okay, lead, have more lead. Glass is very low, but I don't need a lot of it. I believe that I pretty much done everything that I need for lead. Let me place this here. Yeah, I don't have a lot of bullet casings. I'm gonna need that for Horde Night. I really wish I had more guns. Need to hit some shotgun messiah, I suppose. Try and get more parts. Okay. I really need to solve the entrance issue. So my idea is I'm gonna make it symmetrical so it's doubled up to here, and I remove these poles, and after here I get one guy here, one here, let me do this, and one here. And then I do not connect this one. So this becomes the difference between the two sides, okay? Well, this and this ladder here, because on the other side there is no ladder. Since if there was a ladder coming up, um, zombies will be able to. Why do I have? There's something different between the two sides. Ah yes, ah yes. So actually I have full blocks here. Do I have any full frame? No. Let's get some full frames. So the wall comes all the way here and then connects, right? And that's what would need to be, how it would need to be on the other side for it to be symmetrical. So see that now this is pretty much like this. But it's not connected. And the ladder, and there's no ladder here. If there was a ladder here, the zombies will take this path, and that's that. How much forged iron I have? Okay. Time to start making the spikes and everything. Horde Night is not very far away. So I make it like this, and then it's open here. I think I kind of like would kind of prefer the open space. There's no point in connecting here, so I think this would be fine. And I can even replicate the dart trap and electric fences set up on both sides. With the difference being this side would not be used and this side would because of that. Um, Going on further, assuming Ravenhearst 5.2 is not out and I've stopped playing this mode, I could think of something using powered blocks that would allow me to have like these stairs on both sides, but I could turn on and off them so that only one of them is available at any given time. Um, let's get here. I probably have some of them. I don't have a lot of iron on me, but I do have a lot of iron here. So let's make 40 and 40 of this. And then of this, maximum I can make right now is 100. Do I have? No. Right. I have the bullet tips here. Probably make 500 more. Uh, 800. There goes the iron. But it's gonna give me a good cushion. I'm trying to figure out a way of having a stairs that go up, but the zombies do not see it as a valid path. What I could do is have a stair that goes up, but use, doesn't even need to be a power block, it could be an unpowered block. Having a power block will just make it cooler, I think. Um, why are you going there, buddy? I think this guy has to move the water thing, which means make a new one. And I have not installed the loot things I had before. They do need to come in. Yeah. So I have this drawbridge, and it's a path, a valid path for the zombies, so they come here if it stayed up. But if zombies show up, it closes, and that gets the zombies pathing through the path. So I could have something coming up that somehow gets interrupted during Horde Night, keeping zombies off my back. Let's get electrical mechanical parts. I have some screws. So I'm gonna need 2 dart traps. Which needs more for the iron. I'm gonna need a little while. Okay. So I'm gonna start by breaking these poles because these have to go anyway. Um, and then I'll be back. Alright. If you remember, I picked the dart traps from here, and then I recalled that all of the electrical blocks on the stations, and I have barbed wire fence here. And this is a station. Electrical blocks and stations are on this side. And on this side I had 2 more dart traps, so I did not need to make 1 more. And I interrupted it as fast as I could, and I just realized something else here. Now I have an idea of what I'm going to do about the stairs, but I still don't have the details because I would prefer to have it mirroring whatever stairs I use to get to this floor, which might mean changing this to something else. Why am I here? Oh yes. Oh, the solar bank, it's a 170, but this guy here is gonna provide 30 watts. There's no power. No, 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 no. Battery bank. Blocks are tricky. So I do have power here. A roaming horde. I was waiting for that. So the dog is there, the roaming horde is there. Okay, the lights here are fine. The lights here have turned off. They still have power, so I don't know why. Yeah. I'll handle this guys here and I'll be back. Well, I did get 2 twine out of it, so I'm good. Now, I still have a couple blocks. Now, if I'm placing dart traps, I don't think there is any other place except here. But no. No, no. There's the electric fence thing. So it has to go like this. I need an electric fence. But I don't want it like this, I want it upside down. I just need 3 blocks for my setup, which are exactly these 3 blocks. So I want an electric fence, I want it upside down. Okay, I don't see those blocks behind remaining poles. Well, let's not break them for now. One, two, three. Or I could place them sideways, but that would remove my that would require me to place the tripwire here, which is it could be possible. Zombies could go over the tripwire, but one electric fence should be enough for my needs. Imagine this guy here can go. That was just to aim the tripwire. Now the dart traps. Dart traps are annoying as hell to place. But generally speaking, they need something to be placed against. The most perfect. So you see, if there is a block behind, then I can place the dart trap, and it's gonna aim correctly. But I have another requirement. I want these this side here to be facing outside the base. So I want it like this. Say this side is like solid. This side is like the service side, and this one as well. So if I place it like this, I desperately need some lights here. Let me add lights. I need lights for the entrance. This is too dark. So the inside is like this. From the outside, I have that pattern there. On this side, I have this pattern. This might be a low resolution pattern, and problem with the 4K version. The stupid thing is red. I thought it was going to be like this. That's so disagreeable. I keep hitting that thing, it's annoying. I might even remove it for symmetry and rely on the fence to slow zombies down. So with this setup, I can have a tripwire post here. And it should not be hit by the dart trap. I had tests. I did some tests last time and it didn't get hit. But of course, ammunition, darts. On the ladder, I was, yeah, I started to talk about it and stopped. No, creative. Powered. There is, oh, only the vault hatch. There is like the iron door powered, but only the hatch. But maybe I can use the an iron door. So if I go to advanced rotation, ah, that's a problem. You see that it doesn't align with the box. Right? It doesn't align with the box. Powered hatch, a powered iron hatch would be perfect, but I'll need to add it by hand. This thing is sticking down. Ah, that's so ugly. But I can... Let me grab that. This closes this drawbridge, right? No, in fact, it could be the same circuit. So if I want this on, then I close the drawbridge. Because if I want this on, the drawbridge has to be up as well. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. So, we'll need... this is just so I can place that. Ah, interesting. Now I'm curious about this block. Why it could not stay upside down like that? So, yes, there's a barbed wire there. I thought this would be able to support it upside down. It should. Let me copy rotation. Pick this up. Come on. That is very curious. Recalc stability. Interesting that it cannot be placed upside down. I need to look at this block. And see why that's the case. So leave that there. I'll fix it at some point. Oh, this is the worst setup because then I cannot repair this. What I really need is to grab from there and connect here. And then this one goes here. Right? And this guy goes to this electric fence. And this. And this. And finally, the electric fence goes to that electric fence. And this is a count, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So between this and this, I can connect any electrical blocks. The That switch is one block over, and moreover, it's to the back, which also adds to the distance. But this guy here is 2 blocks over here. It's probably the maximum distance at which I could have connected these 2 blocks. So if I turn this on, this guy closes, and this is going to be painful. Okay. Instant and triggered. It should have stopped when I moved away. It's a different electric fence. No. I want options there. Damn it. Double damn it. Okay. So this guy here is just not working right. Yeah. Pick it up. The funny thing is, these blocks are not pickable. Oh, they are pickable. They weren't pickable before. So I get this, connect to that guy there. The guy there connects to this guy here. And oh, okay, it doesn't have options. Whereas this one, yeah. Oh, it's instant and the duration is triggered, right? If I go this for 1 second. this means it should only trigger while there is something activating it. But it's acting like it's on always. That's correct behavior for always. It fires until I come here and reset it, but not for triggered. And I find it very curious that I cannot change the options on this guy. Most curious, most curious. So this is one option. The other option is to move the tripwire here on the dart traps here. That protects the tripwire, but if you notice, the tripwire isn't taking any damage. Now, what's probably taking damage is this guy, yeah. So on this side, I also need dart traps, and that's the interesting thing. So say place dart traps here. Let's go to the advanced rotation. Yeah. So I have the dart traps here. A couple rotation of this guy here. I might just leave a space open here. I'll put a hatch. Yeah, if I put a hatch here, then I can jump up here. I don't need a ladder. Yeah, so then I can place that thing there. And I don't need this because it's actually attached to the... And I'll place some plate on top of this and this just so it makes sense, right? But just not right now because I'm moving stuff about. So once I have this set up, I'll actually, well, I don't need to have dart trap fires from both sides. It's not gonna hurt. And then the electric fence might be just a little bit hard to collect. Oh, there's one way. There. So now I can grab this guy here and connect there. Yeah, you can see the wire of the electric fence going through. Damn it, game, I jumped. Maybe that thing is outside the limits of the... No, it's inside the limits. Yeah, I do not understand why this block is not accepting options. So now this will take damage from people walking, but the darts will hit. The darts from one dart trap are gonna hit the other one on the other side, and they are not gonna hit. Um, they are not gonna hit the electric fences. Now, one thing I'm considering, is there is like this ugly space here. So, yeah, and I'll have to figure out a way to enter the base, particularly if I replace this, right? Do I still have? I do not. I want to make the junction thing. And now that's a recipe, an official recipe, Ravenhearst 513. Well, it's always been a recipe. It's just locked behind nothing, so you can never make it. Like make two. So come on, game, don't be so slow. Ah, Jax, why did you have to make everything so slow to craft? I don't feel the game being more difficult because of it. I'm just feeling the game being more annoying because of it. And annoying, there's no purpose to annoying. It's not gonna slow down the game. Drop the stone. Okay. I have barbed wire fence and cans and spikes. Ready to repair the base. Possibly not enough spikes. I'd even go as far as saying probably not enough spikes. Okay, so first I will need to know if I can connect the tripwire if I make it the last block. So take that off and then I can place one more here. Right. So from a tripwire here I can go all the way here. And that's perfectly satisfactory, pun intended, for this setup I have in mind. So I can pick this up and I'll pick this up and this. And this. I think I picked this block. Maybe I should use wedges. Yeah, if I have a wedge here and a wedge here, that's gonna look better. So the dart traps, which I have to advance and rotate again. Here's the first rotation available. That's nice. So this goes here. It cannot be a plate. It will have to be a half block as well. Or otherwise it's not gonna hide the top of it. So if I place a plate, yeah, it shows. It shows. So it would have to be a half block, and then it becomes hidden, right? The wire post goes here, so that's half block, so it's also hidden. It might just stick out. Yeah, it definitely sticks out. I think that's all the more reason to replace this with a wedge. Getting tired of me jumping and the game not jumping. If you know what I mean. Do I have any wedges? Any block type wedge? I also have concrete arches. Not sure if that's gonna work. Let's just get a wedge. Two. Alright, pick up. Oh, I completely forgot. I'm not placing a wedge there. My time to make a new fire axe. To make a new claw hammer as well. It's not 110. Right. So well, what I need is the junction box block. Right. So I might as well make this a junction box block. I think it's gonna be blocky, but it is what it is. Okay. So this way I can, for example, when it triggers, send electricity here, and from the junction box block, feed the other stuff, and that's gonna hide the wires. That would mean replacing this block here, but it's not that bad. Because I thought of many different options here. But there is this camera, so at the place where the tripwire was, if I put a block, it might cut line of sight from the camera and be ugly. But if I make it here, let's get the other one. Oh, and I also got this from a friendly neighborhood zombie. I might put concrete bears here so they don't opt to fall down here. Like I wanted to be able to jump from one side to the other. But well, the truth is, if there is no door down there, there is no jumping, right? So if I do it like this, and then the electric fence post will be upside down, like this guy here. No, just copy the rotation. If I drop it here, it's gonna break. I get iron every time. So this will go here. This will go here. And we'll replace like this thing here. Just so like I have it there. Definitely needs to be a full block there. Well, no surprise there. Okay. Now with this setup, so this switch goes to this junction block. So I take from this junction block and move to this tripwire. Yeah, let's move it to this tripwire. And this tripwire goes to that tripwire. And now the options I believe will be here. Yeah, there's interact. So the first tripwire doesn't have options. Well, the options are there. Okay. Now this guy can go here to this junction junction box block. It goes to both dart traps and it also goes to this junction here. Because this junction can go then to this fence. No, I don't want this junction, this fence. Well, I can go to both blocks here. But no, I want this fence to be the active one. Because the end fence is the one that takes damage, so I can repair this one. Alright. So everything is set up actually. I can come here. Is this here? This here. Oh, over 90 minutes already. Fortunately, this is about the end. Okay. Those zombies come here and then turn around. I can even place another barbed wire here, but that would be just kind of useless. And it gives a place where I can actually jump inside the base. Because if this is open, then I cannot jump from there. Yeah. Nothing happens here. But if I turn this on, so this now has power. Nothing else has power. And jump, and that thing activates. Problem. For some reason, it's not deactivating. So I might switch and have the power go from here to there. From this block to that block, just so I can... No, that would be tricky. I believe this tripwire here is now beyond the range of that guy there. Yeah, you see how it broke? That means it's beyond range. It's not letting me connect. Beyond range. So I do not have a reset option if this gets triggered, except turning it off and then on again. Right. I'll trigger this, and of course... Now I cannot jump there. Done. How the hell did you get there, and why aren't you just exiting the right way? Yeah, so Okay. So I can make this, can have this thing on both sides, right? I don't need to replace this guy here. It might look good to have a full block here and then connect the half block all the way. Might look good that way. You know, I have a small walkway here. Can even like make a hole so I can drop through here. And if I do fall, it's easy to just jump back. And then this guy here will just be like this. And what I like about having things set up this way is that I have two spaces here, and now I have two spaces here as well. Which I quite like. And with the electric, if with both the electric fence and with both electric fence and the barbed wire, not a lot of barbed wire. Well, it's gonna be two barbed wire. Um, I can place one outside on this block as well. That would make three barbed wire. I do have barbed wire on me. That's how inside. It's time to finish this episode, but let's see about this barbed wire here. So that space there doesn't have any barbed wire. I can place a barbed wire like that. It's out of range. I mean, dart traps can shoot through barbed wire, but it doesn't matter. It's not gonna be within. It's not gonna obstruct the zombies pathing, right? Uh, which would happen if it was here or here. So it could be there as well, but I think this is fine. And that makes three barbed wire. Because zombies will tend to turn as soon as they can, they will tend not to hit this one. So this is probably gonna survive longer than this guy here, for example. Now it has three blocks and the electric fence, just one electric fence, but works. The electric fence is down, so it will hit dogs. And we have two sets of dart traps. If there's a dog, it's um, wasting ammo, but I don't care. The guy will be hit by darts coming from both sides. If there's more than one, then both the last one and the first one is gonna get hit. The electric fence is gonna do its work. I will be able to repair the electric fence because this is the source and that is the origin. No, this is the origin, that's the destination. This is source, destination. And then I come here. full frame. I might replace this concrete barrier with some other sort of wall that makes that will look okay with this setup. And then I can do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, it's counting here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this barrier is here, so the fence can be here. Whereas this barrier is here, so the fence can be here. But I want to protect the fence, so the barrier would be preferable 1 block forward. But I don't think that's gonna protect against zombies as much. It's about 8 blocks. So I can make, I'm gonna make 9. Now there's only one recipe for this one. Make 10, a round number. And all the twine, the very important twine. I like to make the military vehicle after all. And that's pretty much it. This is fully functional. It's even loaded. It's ready. The other side I'm gonna make just for symmetry. Right? You can see how it's the same from both sides. And that guy will have just to move away, and that's that. And I will place bears, but I have to decide whether I place them at this level, like this guy, or the other level. Because this guy is here to protect this electric fence pole, because zombies kept coming in this direction and then beating on this guy. But anyway, that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.